Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Victoria here over Bokini. In this video I want to show you how I made this top. And I'm using a robin. It's 100% acrylic on a KH811. Alright, let's get started. I pulled out 49-50 needles. This is for a size medium to small, so you can adjust it to any in the size of your choice, to your measurements, and you do it in the same way. So you wrap on the yarn, the needles that you pulled out. I first make the rib, which is like the waistband, and then work on the body. I'll first work on the front side and then show you how I'll do the back. First I'll be doing this top in tension 6. I'll be adjusting the tensions accordingly as I'll be sharing with you in this video. Knit one row, put the comb and 12 rows in total. Increase to tension 10, knit one row, take back to tension 6, and knit more 12 rows. Knit one row, take back to 0, 0, 0, and I'm going to knit in tension 7 up to 100 and cast off 5 needles to shape the armhole. Now my row counter is at 100, so I'm going to cast off the 5 needles this side as well as the other side to shape the armhole. So at this point I'm going to take my row counter back to 0, 0, 0. I'll be knitting up to 600, up to a certain number, then because my total number is going to be 75, so I'm going to knit up to 50, and then I increase the tension to 100 so that it gives this kind of a droppy neckline. So So here I'm going to increase my tension to 100 and knit straight up to 75. Sorry, tension to 10, not 100. And only one row, and then I cast off. So you have to cast off loosely so that it's not very tight. So this is how the front side of the top is done, as simple as it is. Look at the draping neckline. So now I'm going to show you how we can do the back. Still pulling out the same needles and the ribbing. 49, 50. I finished working on the rib now. To give you this back detail, I first knitted up to 40 rows and then I'll show you how I do it. So first knit the first 40 rows. Make sure to put your tension back to 7. So right now I'm at row counter 40. So what you do at the center where 0 is, mark your point 0, 0. You will leave out these 2 needles. Yes, at your center where the 0 is, the 2 needles in between the 0. So you leave out those 2 needles and you transfer a stitch from one on the left to the one next to it. Push the other one to the resting position. You skip that 2 and you transfer the other one to the other position as well. And you knit 2 rows. So you keep transferring needles. You pick the stitch next, you transfer to the other side, skipping those 2 in the middle where there is point 0, and you knit 2 rows. To give it a good effect, you can decide to use the 3 transfer stitch, or you can go on transfer the way you can, whichever way you transfer your stitches to the next needle. So this is how the design is going to come out. Just keep transferring on both sides, and you knit 2 rows. Now we are at row counter 100, so I'm going to cast off the 5 stitches on both sides. Let me do that after design so that I don't forget it. So right now here this side I have 12 needles remaining and I have 13 needles remaining. So I'm going to take back to tension to row counter 00 and knit my 45 rows for the other side. I'm not increasing the tension to 10, I'm leaving it at 7 and knit straight up without transfers on the design. I'm leaving it as it is, so I'll continue straight up. Reached 75. Now it's time to cast off. I'll pick these stitches using the transfer tool. Now for this part, I'm going to loop in lots of yarn like a string until I reach to this length. This is what I'll be doing. Just a loop. It's kind of a chain. If you're good at crocheting, this is easier for you. Even if you don't have any crochet background, as long as you know how to use a latch hook, you are good to go. So I'll keep measuring to see whether I've reached where the two needles are at the 0 point, and cast them off as well. Just 3 more. Yes, and I pick up these stitches. Then I'll do the same for this other length. So this is how the back looks like. And right now we are going to first work on the sleeves. I always do it all at the same time. First put back when I get, you'll see my video of how I did the school sweater, the v-neck, of how I joined and put up the sleeves. So I'll first work on the shoulder, put this the back part of the top, put the knitted area, this design area, back on the machine. You pick up the stitches and you put them back on the machine with the right side facing you. Whichever way you join, you could join with a yarn needle if it's easier for you, but I always prefer doing my joining from the machine. And then pick up on the front side as well, and pick up the stitches, join them with the front, with the back, sorry, and knit one row at tension 5. Then cast off. Tie these tails together and cut them off. So I'll do the same for the other shoulder. I'm leaving these stitches that I picked for the first shoulder so that I have a similar measurements. Now on shaping, it's a sleeveless, I'm going to be doing a few rows. So how I always do the sleeves, I'll put back all the work onto the machine, the area where I shaped the armholes, right from this part to this, with the center starting at point 0. Being mindful that I use the tension 10 this side and tension 7 on the other side, so they will not be of the equal measurement. However, you have to balance it and bring it all to the same. So when I put it back onto the machine, this will be at needle point 55. This will also be at 55. However, you can adjust this according to your the size of your arm. Yes, and then pick up the stitches and join them into the needles so that you create the sleeve. Now with all the needles, all the work in the needles, my row counter back to 0, 0, and I'm working in tension 6. I'll knit 1 row. Then since I want to create a rib effect, which was on the waistband, I'll be transferring 1 stitch to the next so that I have a 1 by 1 needles on the bed. After transferring all the needles to 1 by 1, working in tension 6, I'll knit first 6 rows. Then increase to tension 10 for the hemming and take back to, oops, this one's came through, and take back to tension 6. Then now I'll join. Here you'll be picking these stitches, the ones which we transfer to the next needle, and feeding them into the needles which we are not working. So with all the needles having the work on, I'll knit 1 row, still maintaining tension 6, and cast off. So you can go ahead and do that, and then work on the other side of the sleeve. So after ribbing on the sleeves, I always stretch it out with this side of the latch hook, because my finger can't fit in. So the sleeves are done. Right now I'm going to be joining the sides by picking up both ends and putting back onto the machine, just like that. So I'll pick from 35 or 30, between 40 to 40 or 35, 36 on the bed. This all depends on the length that you measured of your body, or for someone that you're making it for. This side and 35 this side. Right if it can fit 36, I would also do 36. Yes, 36, 36. So I'll be picking up these stitches in between here and knit one row, attention 5, cast off, and do the same for the other end. Right now I'm done joining both ends of the top. So right now you go on ahead and weave in the ends of the sleeve area, just like how I did here, as well as these sides of the waistband, and that's how you'll be finishing off your top. So this is how the top has turned out to be. I will cut a piece of fabric from this print and add it on. And this is how the top has turned out, with the fabric sewed on it. Friends, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go on ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it, and leave for me a comment in the comment section below. And you hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching.